The departures board blinked once, then hit me with the word ID been dreading all day. Cancelled Christmas Eve, last train home, and my suitcase suddenly felt heavier, like it was filled with every promise ID made my mom that I would be there when she opened the door and pretended she wasn't. Worried a man beside me exhaled sharply. Navy coat, snow in his hair, eyes fixed on the board like he could bully it into changing its mind. And when he looked at me at my tight grip, my face that probably screamed, "Please don't let this be real," he said, "You need to get home." Then pulled out his ticket and held it toward me. "Take mine." And I stared. "I can't." But he stayed calm, like he'd practiced being calm for other people. "You can. My family will understand." Then quieter, "Yours might not." And that landed too close. An announcement crackled. "Limited reroute now boarding at platform 6. Ticket reissue required." So we moved with the crowd. He slid his ticket under the glass. Adam, and eyes swallowed. "Mina," the printer word. "2 tickets came out. System glitch, either you travel together or neither of you goes." And I should have backed away, should have insisted, but I pictured my mom checking the clock every 10 minutes with a smile that didn't match her eyes. So I said, "Okay." We traveled together, and we boarded into a carriage packed with wreaths, gift bags, tired faces softened by holiday lights. The train lurched forward. The city fell away into snow-dusted darkness, and for a while it was just the rhythm of the tracks, like a heartbeat trying to steady mine, until the first delay turned 10 minutes into 20, and the mood soured crying child, pacing man, whisper arguments, but Adam returned with 2 paper cups of hot chocolate and slid one toward me, peace offering, and warmth soaked into my hands as I realized my fingers had been shaking. We talked in small pieces favorite holiday foods, worst childhood gifts, the strange comfort of kindness from strangers, and my phone buzzed with my sister's text. "Mom keeps checking the clock. You okay?" So I typed back on my way, "Don't tell her yet." And when I looked up, Adam was watching me with careful concern. And right then, in the middle of all that warmth, I want you to like and subscribe to Love and Us, because sometimes the sweetest love stories start on the days that almost go wrong. The next stop was announced as a brief layover. Haven Ridge, 10 minutes. Snow thick as sugar outside the windows, and when the doors opened, cold air rushed in and the platform lights glowed warm. But Adam's face changed when his phone buzzed again. Like the screen reached into him and twisted something, and he didn't hide it. He just said, "I was supposed to propose tonight," pulling a small velvet box from his pocket without opening it. "Christmas Eve, home. Perfect timing." Then his voice cracked. She texted. "She isn't ready, said not to come." And something in me softened because I recognized the loneliness of having your plans ripped away while the world keeps moving. "So," said Adam, "I'm sorry." And he nodded once, eyes fixed on the snowy platform. "I'm thinking of getting off here." And I asked, "Why?" And he swallowed. "If I go home like this, I'll ruin Christmas for everyone. And I'm tired of pretending." But the conductor appeared and said his ticket was linked. If he exited, I might be required to exit too, and my first instinct was panic. I need to get home. Yet Haven Ridge looked like a postcard lit from inside with garlands and lantern halos. And I surprised myself by standing. Fine. Then we both get off. And Adam tried to stop me, but I grabbed my suitcase anyway. 10 minutes, right? We'll figure it out. And outside the air smelled like cinnamon and pine. A tiny market glowed across the street. A woman handed out ginger cookies. A violin played a carol that sounded like it was made of snow. And Adam finally laughed. Quiet and surprised, like the sound had been hiding in him. At an ornament stall, I lifted a little glass globe with a golden train inside. Proof this is a real Christmas movie. And he asked where the part was that magically fixed everything. And I met his eyes and said, maybe it doesn't fix itself. Maybe it just starts again. And he looked down at the velvet box. I don't know what to do with this. And I told him, don't force it into a different story, but don't let it turn you into someone who stops believing. And his shoulders eased as he asked, hopeful and careful, if it would be awful if he came with me if the next train didn't come not as a rescue, just as company. And I imagined my mom's table with too much food and too many plates set just in case. Imagined her face softening because I didn't look alone. I looked happy, so I said, it wouldn't be awful, it might actually be perfect. And when the reroute train finally arrived late and stubbornly alive, we boarded again, this time sitting side by side, our hands brushing on the armrest without either of us pulling away. And 2 hours later, my hometown station appeared and my sister texted she's at the window again. And I smiled and looked at Adam. Ready? And he nodded, nervous and hopeful at once. Ready? And my mom opened the door before I knocked, hugging me so hard it smelled like vanilla and home. Then spotting Adam with curious, gentle eyes, Mina whooses. And I took Adama's hand because it felt like the most ordinary miracle in the world and said, "This is the reason my train got delayed and why I still made it home." And inside, under soft Christmas music and warm lights, we stepped into a night that was indeed the one we planned yet somehow felt exactly like the one we needed.